What's up, everyone? Welcome into another edition of Team Bankroll. Today, we're taking a look at Europa League matches for Thursday, August 23rd. We're getting closer and closer as the stages continue to get smaller and smaller. I'm the big man on campus here with my co-host, Alex from Need for Tips. Alex, you and I every year are tasked with Europa League. We start at the beginning. We work through every week, go through most of the games, try to find winners. But I got to tell you, last week, we fucking killed it. You look at the matches. I'm going to go through a couple of them. You and I on the money last week in Europa. Only hope we could continue it tomorrow. How you doing?
I'm doing great. I'm doing great. This is the playoffs, the time of the year that the teams are fighting for a spot in the group stage of the Europa League. Some interesting names this year will be at the start of the group stage in Europa League, but we always like the preseason, the qualifying stages, the playoff stages, and as you said, we killed it and we continue to kill Europa League week in and week out.
Yeah, I mean, you look at some of the big ones. I mean, obviously, you know, um, Cluj gets the job done. They crush Alashkert. Uh, what else? Zenit, St. Petersburg. I mean, I mentioned the over in that game, and you saw 9 goals in that one. Partizan Belgrade beat Nordic Island. Dudelange Warsaw over came in. What else do we have? What else? Stal Bucharest came in at the gun. Um, Burnley, both teams that scored no came in. It was a nice week. I mean, we
We
definitely had
had,
way more
yeah,
winners than losers. It was a
yeah,
very solid week.
incredible week.
We must though turn the page into the next group of matches here. The playoffs are ready. Obviously, 2 legs. We'll get into those. Welcome in everyone. I hope you had a great Thursday. We've had a lot of soccer coverage here today at SBR Forum and SBR Picks. Let's jump into the final video of the day. It's Europa League for tomorrow. Make sure you get your pencils and paper out. It's time to talk Europa. We'll start it out, Alex. We got a list here. But I'm going to throw out one that I do not believe is on the list, and that's going to be Zenit St. Petersburg hosting. Who are they hosting here? Moldy out of where are they out of? Sweden, I believe. I'm going to go over 2.5 in this one at 1.7. I mean, Zenit are flying right now off that big 8-goal barrage. They've been very good at home. You have to figure they're going to obviously be out in the front foot. Zenit and over 2.5 actually looks pretty good as well. Molde put 3 by Hibernian in the last matchup. They're scoring some goals right now as well. I think we can find a way to see this one get over 2.5. If you want your odds to get a little bit better, maybe take a shot with Zenit to win and over 2.5, but the straight over 2.5 at 1.7 looks pretty solid here. Zenit scoring goals, Alex. Any opinion on this one, even though it wasn't on your list?
Yeah, Mulder from Norway, Pronosticos
There you
Deportivos
go.
said it. Yeah, okay, we said it. We are allowed to make mistakes.
Don't
We are
have time
very
to go
allowed to
through
make
every
mistakes.
single one, we're trying to do it all at once. You
Yeah,
know what I mean?
we are very allowed to make mistakes. Molde, Haken, a lot of names in Europa League that you sometimes you miss from where are from. But when we preview it, when we cap it, when we handicap it, we will surely know from where they are from. Yeah, Zenit, easy win here in Russia. I think that is a good thing to take the minus 1.5 on the Asian handicap. Easy free goals in the match as you specified at 1 point, I don't know, 7 right now. The odds are dropping, so be careful to take them right away if you like the over 2.5 goals. Halftime, full time, you can also take Zenit halftime, full time, which comes at 1.9 with the Bet365. So that's an interesting market also. But yeah, a lot of good tips from this.
Yeah, I think we see at least a 2-1 match, something like that. Let's keep it moving. Sevilla out of Spain, 1.3, draw 5.25 against Sigma Olomouc out of Czech Republic. Sevilla crushed Zalgiris in the second leg of their two-legged affair, 5-0 on the first one, 1-0. So an easy win for Sevilla. Alex, Sevilla 1.3. Obviously, you're going to have to lay a handicap here. What are you looking at? Goals? What do you like here?
Yeah, Sevilla started the season on the right foot, destroyed Újpest from Hungary. They destroyed Zalgiris in the last round. The beginning of La Liga, 4-1 against Rayo Vallecano. Andre Silva with a hat-trick. Good transfer for Sevilla right now. La Liga sides made some great transfers this summer. I'm laying the minus 2.5, minus 1.25 on the Asian handicap at 1.9 for Sevilla. Easy win away in Czech Republic. I think that Sigma Olomouc, I think that this is how you pronounce them, are on the same level with Zalgiris, with Újpest. So I think that Sevilla should trash them, should destroy them.
Yeah, I actually agree with you on that one. That's a good call by you. 1.5 looks pretty good on that Asian handicap. Sigma got to this round beating Kairat out of Kazakhstan, so look, not exactly tough to move on. Sigma obviously out of Czech Republic, as we said, but not a team that I don't think can hang with Sevilla. Just got to hope that Sevilla can put some goals in here. But I think this is a nice play for you. I'll agree on this one. Let's keep it going here. My side, Celtic, 1.4, heading on the road to take on Sudova out of Lithuania. Sudova, 8.5, draw 4.33. Alex, Celtic have been on a high over the last, I don't know, many years. I mean, they're one of the bigger clubs in the United Kingdom, even though they're in Scotland. This is a club famous really everywhere you go. But right now, this team is really struggling defensively. They're not playing
I wanted
well.
to ask you.
Uh,
I wanted to ask you
yeah,
what is happening with Dedrick Boyata. What is happening with him?
I'm not sure. They were going to sell him. I considered. I hearing that they might sell him. They're having, and he just put an Instagram post out recently. I guess he's having issues with Scott Brown, who Scott Brown is the captain. He's been there for a while. He's had some issues with Brendan Rodgers as well. He's a good player. I don't know what's going on here. He's
Yeah.
one of their better defenders. This team defensively right now is shocking. They just aren't very good. They have no center backs. That's one of the reasons they're not in the Champions League anymore. This club shouldn't be losing to a team like Ike Athens. I'm sorry. They're a big club. They should go out and spend some money. The problem is the board is being very cheap. They're frugal. They won't go out and spend money, and that's been a problem in their defense. Going forward, they're very good, but I mean, you look at they lost this year already in the Premiership to Hearts. They had trouble with Partick Thistle over the weekend. It's a tough travel spot. I kind of like though. Both teams' to score looks pretty good here, with Celtics' continued problems at the back. I think they'll try to at least get that away goal, get a result. Let's say a draw, go back to Celtic Park and win. But both teams' to score looks pretty solid here, Alex. At 2.5. That's a nice price. What do you think here?
Wow, you really think that a small side from Lithuania will score against a huge Celtic side? Which I don't know. I think that the best thing for them, for Celtic right now, is to play in Europa League, because they don't want to go again in Champions League and have poor results like they had last year. In Europa League, they have all the reasons to believe that they will have a deep run, maybe make it till the quarterfinals, semifinals of the competition. They have a strong squad. They have some internal issues right now. I don't know what is happening there. But if they miss on Europa League right now, it will be terrible for them, also for the fans, also for the club, for everything. I think that Celtic against a small club from Lithuania who just drew a 0-0 goalless draw against Spartaks, another small club in Europe. I think that Celtic should go there and have fun in Lithuania. So I'm going Celtic -1 on the Asian handicap at 1.73.
Yeah, I have to tell you, I think we'll see goals in this match. I think it's 3-1, something like that. But right now, Celtic are really struggling to defend. I mean, it's just the truth of the matter. I mean, whether they're playing a team from Greece or wherever, they're not playing well. The defense is led by guys. I mean, guys like Jack Hendry, Christopher Ayer. These are players that are young. They're not particularly good. Listen, if you see Christian Gamboa in this side tomorrow, then I'm more inclined to say that they'll win and win easily. But if Gamboa for some reason doesn't play, and that was one of my knocks against Ike Athens, he didn't play. He's their best defender, the Costa Rican. He needs to be in there. you need to see those guys in there. I don't want to see Lustig and those kind of guys. But yeah, I'll agree. I think we see a 3-1 type of match. But I do want to say I think Shudova can find a way to score here, maybe. But it's not one of the better tips on the board. Let's keep it going. Dudelange hosting Cluj. Dudelange out of Luxembourg, 3.8, draw 3.2. Cluj at 2.2. Alex, your home side here favored. I'll tell you what, this Dudelange team has been scoring some goals lately, haven't they? You have to figure both teams' to score looks pretty solid in this one. I got to tell you, at home as well, is it out of the question to think that they can't beat Cluj? I mean, they already beat Legia Warsaw. Cluj isn't scoring goals right now, and this is on the road. A pesky spot here. I'm kind of liking Dudelange at the big price, Alex.
No, no, no. This will be
All
different.
right.
Legia is very, very, very bad right now. This is my nap of Europa League. Cluj to
Wow.
win away in
How about
Luxembourg
that?
at 2.2. Luxembourg, CFR Cluj right now are scoring goals for fun since they replaced their manager and they brought Antonio Conceição. The results are keep it going. 3-1 with Dinamo, 5-0 destroyed Alashkert, 2-1, 2-0 again. They are scoring goals for fun, and yes, I think that it will be a first time. This is the only opportunity of a club from Luxembourg to qualify in Europa League group stage. So I think that the boys will fight. Of course, they will play their chance, but very very experienced side CFR Cluj. They have a deadly attack with Omrani, who was an ex-player from bigger clubs in Europe, from Ligue 1. Also with a player Tsukudan, a Romanian player, a good striker that played also is playing right now in the national team. Very very offensive side. He changed the style of play. They are playing now 4-3-3. So I think that we should see not an easy win, because I don't think that will be an easy win. I'm looking also at under 2.5 goals, but I will play at 2.2 with Jeffrey Cluj. I took them from 2 days ago when they were at 2.37. The odds are dropping before the start of the match. So this is my nap for this one.
Interesting. Stepan Borovic checking in saying he's from Czech Republic. Olamik is terrible. I want to go all in, but I'm kind of a bit afraid of Sevilla resting players. Olamik got destroyed last week against a mid-table average team at home 4-0. They're like a Sunday league team. Wow. So that Sevilla tip looks pretty good, Alex. Olamik, Stepan knows this team well. He's from that area. I'll tell you what. Real quick, little handicapping piece of advice here. In college basketball, my forte, it's my best sport. One of the ways I'm very successful at it is finding people that work for the team. They go to the school, they report on it, they blog on it. Soccer, especially at this level, if you can find people like Stepan who know the teams well, some of these teams, I know, Alex, we're not familiar with some of these teams from some of the Czech Republic and some of these real small countries, Malta and places like that. Guys like Stepan, that's important. So we appreciate commenters like that come in and offer their opinion up on stuff that they've seen. Another one here, Trencin. Trencin love to attack. That's the only way they know how to play. Been following them for 4 years. Trencin against Larnaca. Alert Eddie, good call. Larnaca flying high too. They scored 5 last week, so that might be a good play as well. Good call there. So yeah, that's really important to find those people that can give you those. We can find info on Real Madrid and Roma and all these different teams, but little sides like that, it's tough to find. So good work. Let's keep it going. Zoria out of Ukraine, 6.5, draw 4.5, Leipzig 1.44. Leipzig on the road here. Leipzig, a team that, Alex, right now, big name, sponsored by a soft drink company, but I haven't been overly impressed with them in this competition. I mean, they've had their strengths. I mean, I had them 1 week against Hacken. It was a nice win, but then they come back and draw against Hacken. They had some trouble with Craiova as well. What's going on with them? Do you like them here to beat up Zoria? Zoria playing well, beat Braga. How about that? What do you think here?
Yeah, no, I'm not taking the away win. It's stupid to take Leipzig on the road at 1.57, given the fact that they are playing their first round Bundesliga next weekend. That I mean in 2-3 days from tomorrow with Dortmund in an away match. I don't know how much they are interested. I think that they will qualify next week when they are playing at home, but I think that it will be tougher than expected because I think that Zoria Lugansk will score against Leipzig at home. If you see Leipzig in the away matches, as you specified, they had problems with small teams like Haken and then Craiova. They conceded and they didn't manage to score. I think that Zoria Lugansk is a decent side, and both teams to score at 1.83 is a great bet.
Yeah, you're a stronger man than me. The problem I think you're going to have when you get teams like Leipzig against a team like this, it's clashing styles. Zoria is going to want to try to play and defend. The problem is they're not going to get on the ball very much. Leipzig are just superior athletes to them. They're probably going to have 30% possession here. They're going to need a goal off of that set piece. But I'll tell you what, they're a pesky side. Leipzig have looked kind of average at times. I don't think it's out of the question to see a 1-1 here. But this one I'm not on personally. Partizan Belgrade is next. They're hosting a Besiktas. Interesting match here between two pretty solid European sides. Partizan Belgrade 3, draw 3.6. Besiktas out of Turkey 2.2. How about that, Alex? You don't see that very often. Besiktas on the road in Serbia, a favorite. I think that's a bit wrong. That's kind of crazy. I mean, Partizan, a team that are always good defensively, got a great fan base there, very rowdy. Partizan Belgrade draw no bet looks kind of good here. I think they can hang against Besiktas. I think it's a low scoring match. What do you think?
The two matches will have great atmosphere. We know the atmosphere in Serbia. We know the
Yeah.
atmosphere in Turkey. We're talking about two decent sides, two good sides to watch, attacking sides. Besiktas almost failed to qualify in this round because they were 2-0. They were down 2 goals at away in Austria against the Las Linz, and um, uh, someone. I think that Negredo saved the day in the last minute of the game, in the 90th minute of the day, to bring them the tickets for these playoffs. I think that we will see a pretty good match, a high-scoring affair. So for me, I'm going over 2.5 goals at 2.1 with Betfair, the best odds on the market for the over 2.5 goals.
You know, if I was getting if I was getting Partizan Belgrade at like 3.4, 3.3, I'd probably take them here to win. But I don't know. Plus 187, 2.87, not a great price for me here. I'm gonna avoid this one as well. But I think it could be a good match to watch. Should be a great atmosphere, whether it's in Turkey or Serbia. Two great fan bases here. Rapid Vienna out of Austria, 1.95. Draw 3.5 hosting your boys, Steaua Bucharest. Big price on Steaua, 3.8. How about that? You know these Romanian teams well, Alex. Steaua Bucharest got it done for us at the gun in their last match against Hajduk Split. What do you think they do here in the first leg against Vienna?
Yeah, I think that it will be. I think that I will try to see the lineups first. But my leans, which I will play them also, which also are part of my top tips, Steaua Bucharest will not lose in this away match. So draw double chance at 1.8 for me. And also both team to score at 1.8 for me. I see a 1-1 draw. Rapid Vienna missing many of their key players with injuries, broken legs, knee injuries, hip injuries, and so on. They are favorite at home. I'm sure that next week Steaua will be favorite when they're playing at home, because if you watch the odds for to qualify, they are well balanced: 1.9, 1.9, 1.8, and evens. So it all depends. I think that Steaua will try to score on this away match, because it's so important to score away and to approach more relaxed the second leg at home. So draw double chance for Steaua at 1.8, and both team to score again at 1.8.
I'm going to throw one in here, Alex. Just a quick one to throw something by you here. Burnley heading on the road to take on Olympiacos. Burnley 6.5 Draw 3.75. Olympiacos 1.55. Alex, you know what Burnley's doing? It's staring me in the face saying, we're giving you plus 550 on your money here. We can get the job done. But I'll tell you this, Flash was telling me that he knew someone that went to Burnley's match at the weekend against Watford. And he said they really struggled. They looked dead, looked like it was February in Burnley's legs. Now you're going to make a trip to Greece. I think that price is going to be really sexy. I mean, I think they'll defend. I think this is a good under match. I'm actually going to take a shot here with under 1.5. It's not one of the best matches on the board. Okay, it's probably my least favorite out of all my tips, but I want to take a shot because Burnley are just every game seems to be 0-0 other than that game at the weekend.
Why
Olympiacos
you don't
Greek,
take
they defend.
why you don't take draw double chance at 2.37?
I want to, but I got to be honest. I don't think they win. I think it's a 1-0 win for Olympiacos. I really do. I
Ah,
don't
okay, okay.
I don't trust Burnley right now. You know, that price is really nice, obviously. Yeah, I feel like just taking Burnley just because, but I have a hard time thinking they can go in and win this game. They don't look good right now. They need to find out they're in a tough spot. Let's just say that with Europa and the league, it's tough. The quicker they're out of this is the better. But yeah, I'm gonna go under 1.5 at 2.62. Nice price there. Look, if it's 2-1, it's 2-1. It is what it is. If it's 1-1, it is what it is. I think we see one goal here, so I'm gonna go with that. Alex, one more for us, and then we'll wrap it up. We only have about 8 or so minutes. Ghent, 2.2, draw 3.3, hosting Bordeaux at 3.3. Ghent out of Belgium.
Belgium.
Ghent is a
Yeah.
team that seem to be flying high. It seems like every time they play, it feels like they win 4 or 5-0. I mean, they're putting a lot of goals by. You have to be on an over here, aren't you?
Oh, wow. Well, on the over for sure. Absolutely. No question. At 2.2, it's Betfair. But more than that, I have also a second opinion for this match. Hence to win the match at 2.2 again. Again, great odds on a home win. Bordeaux, huge internal problems. I think that they might sack their manager before this match or after this match. Anyway, it's 95% that they will sack him. Huge internal problems with he lost. He has a tension relationship with some players in there. Bordeaux not good travelers in general. Hence, I think that they have a decent side. As you mentioned, they are rolling now. They are on fire. They are scoring goals for fun. So yeah, over 2.5 goals at 2.2, and the second bet, Hence to win at 2.2 again.
Good tip. Like it. I like that over a lot. By the way, guys, we're not going over every game as this competition becomes a bit smaller. We have more time. We'll go over every game. This show was actually scheduled earlier today, but stupid old me didn't look at the schedule, and I just assumed it was later, and it was right in the middle of when I was at the gym. So I appreciate them fixing me up there and letting us do it later. But it's late in Romania. I don't want to keep Alex too late here. Let's go one more. I'll throw one more out there, and I'll tell you what, this team has been playing some good football lately. I'm looking at Rosenborg out of Norway, hosting Skengia Tetovo out of Macedonia. I can get Rosenborg at minus 1.5 at 1.9. They're playing good right now. I like what I've seen. They're a good defensive side. They have some goals in them once in a while. You look at their last Europa League clash, they won it fairly easily. They beat Cork City out of Ireland 5-0 aggregate. Um, Let me ask you, Alex, do you think Cork is probably better than Tetovo? I would probably think they are. I think we have a 2-3-0 win here. Rosenborg are solid, whether they're on the road or at home. Luckily, they're in Norway here. They get a pretty nice crowd there. I'll go Rosenborg as my final tip, minus 1.5 at 1.9. Alex, let's get into our final plays here. Let's go with our strongest. We'll start with you. What do you got?
A banker, Cefere Cluj, to win away in Luxembourg. And the double, I will go Sevilla minus 1.25 on the Asian handicap. And I will also go with wow, that is a. I'll go with Celtic minus 1 on the Asian handicap.
I'm gonna go with as my banker. I'm gonna go Sevilla minus 1.5. Yeah, really, I like that play, but you sold it even more for me there. As we kind of heard from some of our commenters on how bad this Olympic team is, I think it's a blowout. Two-team parlay. I'll go Zenit Moldy over 2.5. I'll parlay that with. What do I want to do here? I'm gonna go Rosenborg. I like this group. I think they take care of business here and continue to fly high. So Rosenborg minus 1.5 parlayed with over 2.5 Zenit Molde. Everyone have a great day. We thank you for checking in. We'll be back next week with more Europa and with leg two. We'll have a little bit more time as well. Alex, thanks for staying up late here with us. It's what
No worries.
12:30 over there right now. Have a
Yeah,
great night.
12:25.
Sleep well, my friend, and we'll see you guys
Thank
tomorrow.
you.
By the way, real quick, Friday or Thursday afternoon, Flash and I will be on live, 3 o'clock Eastern. We'll be talking England Championship, League One, League Two. I'm flying right now with this. I'm killing these England leagues. Make sure you check in. Flash and I sharing our tips. Flash knows football in England better than anybody. He has his ear to the ground. Make sure you check that out tomorrow. New show, the Football League show. Me and Flash. We'll see you at 3. Alex, thanks for checking in. We'll see you next
Thank
week.
you.
Everyone, have a great day. Bye bye.